Welcome to Craftin' Things at the Winona Public Library. I'm Sandy and I'll be giving you instruction today on the paper star that we'll create. Craftin' Things is offered the second Monday of each month, and this month we're going to be making paper star from book pages. So your star will look like something like this. You can see there's quite a depth to it. These are all rolled pages from the book. And then this is the back. I will tell you, this project really challenged me, but I'm happy with the results. And because it's art, everything will look a little different for each person. I will say there are crafters out there who know how to do all sorts of things, and with this star you could actually have pages that were dyed in like tea dyed for a different coloring. You can use an older book. I used a more recent book. One could spray paint this or just do a wash of some sort on it. But I know you crafters will enjoy it and take it to new heights if you like. Thanks for joining me. Today's craft was filmed over a couple of days, so you will have both pictures as well as video for instruction. So let's get started. Okay, you can see we're just going to start with our cardboard template. I do have it labeled as number 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 for my points, just so I understand how it goes. So what we'll be doing is we'll be taking our book. We'll take a book that I provided. You'll be able to cut out your pages. I use the X-Acto knife to do that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just wanting to get yourself enough pages to get started, because we're going to cover our template, our star base. So I'm just going to pull out a few of those just to show you how it's done. Set that aside. And then instead of using this one, I started another one, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to complete that, how I was using the tacky glue to put these on. So I cut the piece of paper. It was a little too big. I didn't want it quite that big. So I went ahead and cut that, and I'm just going to glue this up. And you just want to kind of stagger your pages and make sure the pieces that you are putting on are being tacked down well. I'm trying to do this better so you can see. So I'm just trying to cover all those points of the star. And I'm looking to get as much of the print on here as I can. And some of these I might use at different sizes just to cover what I need. take your half sheet of paper, full sheet, doesn't matter, I prefer the half. You tighten it around the pencil as you begin to roll. And you want to keep your margins close on. You're going to lay down a bead of glue. And you can use your fingers or a brush. If you want to keep your fingers kind of clean, you can use a brush. And I recommend having a piece of paper, piece of cardboard, something beneath it, because this is the part that does get a little sticky. You don't want it on the countertop or table. You seal that that bead of glue down well, and then you remove your pencil. You want this to hold well. I'll show you another one. Again, I make sure I have it tight. I also am holding the page so I have the print at the end. If I chose to start with lettering, then I would end up with just this white margin at the end and end up more with just a white roll of paper. I can show you what I mean with that too. So you can do the bead of glue. Again, if you want to use your finger, you can simply tack it on there. Then of course I don't touch anything with that finger because you don't want to get the glue anywhere else. So then I just seal it around there, and then I remove the pencil. It should have a good seal, and then I leave it. If I took the paper this way, you can see this is where I'll end up with just a white sheet. And you can do this periodically. It doesn't matter. It's just if you want a little bit more of the look of the black and white, you want to make sure you have the print at the end. So as I come around tightly on the end of it, all I have is the page number. So, but it will add to the look of your rolls of paper. This one has a little print, it has a lot of white. So that gives you an idea how to get started. You can go ahead and make about 100 of them. Okay, so another thing I did learn as I did this test one is that if I have ones that, you know, they're maybe not quite the same size and uniformity, I kind of tried to balance it out. So if this was a fatter one, I might put this over on the other side, just to try and keep it, give me kind of an evenness. So I'm going to go ahead and just sort of lay these out. And okay, now we're going to go ahead and glue them up. Oh, this I will one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my glue. I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut this one. I know it's a little long, so just cutting it straight. And I'm going to take the other one that I just started the glue. It gets kind of messy, but I'm going to have that come in just a little bit. Exact, it's art, so we just kind of pull it together. Again, I'm going to do another one. I'm just going to work my way right around the star. This is acting. I kind of get it a little off to the edge as best I can. Not all of them work that way, but I just try. So you'll see on this is the back side of my star. We have our base here after we've covered it, and we're building the edges. So we put the edges on, then I'm working from the underside or the inside, and I put these little supports here. And as I put those supports, I did that all the way around. I made sure one was a little bit longer inside so they came together at the tip. And I just made that all the way around. So this is a short edge, comes all the way out. This came a little shorter, or I should say this is a long edge, it came all the way out. This one's a little shorter, comes deeper inside. This one butts right up against it, so it looks like this. Goes all the way out. So then when I put on my second one here, I can stack it at the ends. You can kind of see how that stacks a little bit. So, first round with the support, second round with the support, and then by the time I get to the third one, you can see how I'm able to stack the three and how the end looks stacked up. And then I have these inner supports going on each time I layer, and that will give me that edge so it kind of goes inward. And then we will use a smaller star as a layer once we get up into this a bit more. So that's what we're working on right now. I'll give you the 3 layers here. Beginning, 2, 3, and I'll show you how I would add that. And then you only need a little bit of tacky glue when you're doing this. So you'll take your tacky glue, you'll be able to do it right on here. So I'm putting a little on both of those. And then I put this in. That makes my area where I'm going to stack. I'll take my next piece, and since this one's a shortened one, I'm going to come in and try and just find my best angle to fit this. I'm looking to try and not have a gap on the outside, but I want it to lay well against this new one I just laid in here. And then I'll also be planning on what this next one will look like when I go over here. So I just kind of lay it out before I glue, and then I'll glue it on. This one will actually be shorter. This one will be a longer one. Okay? So here's an example of, so I'm finishing my first row, and I play around a little bit to see what will fit where. And this one looked nice where I could kind of cover that edge. And then this one, a little trick is to poke that in so it kind of fits a little closer on the star. And I'm just kind of eyeing it up, and I see, okay, it's a little long here, so I'm going to make a cut right about here. You could mark it, I just eyeball it. I'm going to make my cut, and then I'm laying it back on here, and I go, oh, how did I get it so short? Oh no, that's right. Okay, so then I have it kind of right where I want it to be, and then I can glue it up. And when I grab it, I make sure I kind of grab it the way I would place it down as well, so I'm not leaving it in my fingers too long. I don't want to get it misplaced. So layer 1 is done. Start layer 2. I'll start right over here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we're making the shadow box part. And basically what we're doing is we're trying to cover these rolls. And this is really kind of your last part of the project. So I took a piece of paper from my book, kind of just estimating what the size of this looks like. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut the paper. And then I usually just make a little indentation, kind of trying to see what the angle looks like to make my start point. So again, I'm trying to cover the walls. And so then I would go in, make that a little bit more pointed. Stuff this in here, and I'm just doing a trial run. So I'm putting this in. I found I just using a bamboo stick, but you could use a pencil, you could use something else. I'm just trying to kind of fold those edges and kind of see what this will look like. Because I'm going to end up gluing it into place. So here I feel like there's a little excess on the top. I'm going to pull this out, but I like the look. I think I'm doing pretty good with my coverage. So I'm going to pull this out, and I'm just going to trim this off a little bit at this point. Layering it in there again, that looks pretty good. I'm going to cut this down so it just lays flat. Then I can go ahead and glue this up, and I'm going to work through all of the points of the star to do this. And we're just going to give it generous amount to tack it into place. I liked spreading the glue a bit with my fingers. I felt like that gave it a little better adhesion. Plus, took care of the big drops to spread it out more and grab all the parts that the glue touches. That's what I'm doing here, just spread it out a little. Work that back into place. And we're giving it that kind of shadow box effect. So I decided, I thought that, and it might look a little better just to have a little something right in the center. But I didn't like all this white, and looks like the end of the pages. So I decided to go ahead and add a piece in here. Just work it in, find my best fit. I will caution, you want to make sure whatever the words say are something you can live with in the center. I guess if you don't like it, you can cover it up with another piece of paper, another phrase. But there you go. There's the star.